now we want to compare fractions, putting them in size order. And the most important thing to remember here is, what does the question ask for? If they want the smallest one first, it's not that I can't spell, it's that this pen doesn't get very good in the corners. Okay, if we want the smallest one first, remember to put the smallest one first. Don't do all your working out and then put the biggest one first, or you get no points. Read the question here. Well, the first thing we do is just decide what decimal number this fraction is equivalent to. And it's easy to change any fraction into a decimal. It's just to do the division. What is 3 divided by 4? Well, if we've forgotten that 3/4 is 0.75, it's not a problem because we can work it out. 3 divided by 4 goes 0 times, and there's all those 3 left over. Decimal point in the same place. 4s into 30 go 7 times, because 7 4s are 28, and we have 30 here. So there's 2 left over. We haven't been able to use all of them. There are some left over. And then we have 4s into 20 go 5 times. So 3/4 is exactly the same as the decimal number 0.75. That's a good starting point. 7/8 then. Well, let's change 7/8 into its equivalent decimal. 7 into 8 goes 0 times. All 7 are left over. 8s into 70 go. Come on, guys. Get involved here. How many? How many? 8 times. Because 8 8s 64, and we had 70, so how many are left over? 6. 6 are left over. So 8s into 60 go 7 times, because 8 7s are 56. How many are left over? 4. And then we have 8s into 40 go 5. So 7/8 is exactly the same as the decimal 0.875. Now it gets a wee bit trickier, because now we've got 13/16, and we maybe don't know our 13 times tables off by heart, and we're not going to probably get an exact answer, but we can get approximately. 13 divided by 16 goes 0 times. All 13 are left over. Now we have 130 divided by 16. How many do you think it's going to be? Now we have to sort of do a little guess here. Shall we try multiplying 16 by 8 and see where we get? 6 8s are 48. 8 1s are 8. Plus 4, 12. Oh, look. That was a good guess, hey? And if it wasn't, we just go up or down one. Not a problem. So it looks like we can use 8 here, and we will get 2 left over. So it will be about 0.81, and that's close enough for now. We don't need it to be much closer than that. So let's leave that as it is. Now we have to, that was divided by 16. So we know that it's about 0.81, not exactly, but approximately. Now we have 29 32s. Well, 29 divided by 32 is going to go 0 times. So all of those 29 are going to be left over. Now we've got to know how many times is 29 going to go into 30. How many times is 290 going to go into 32? Well, I would guess 9 times. 2 9s, 18. 3 9s, 27, plus 1, 28. 288. Looks pretty good. So we would have a 9 here. And then there would be 2 left over, which is not enough to go another time. So it will be 0.90 ... It's not finished, and neither is this one. But it's good enough. We don't need a perfect answer. We just need to know approximately. Okay, and then we have our last one, 5 8s. Decimal zeros, 5 into 8, so this is the decimal equivalent of that fraction. 5 8s goes how many times? 5 divided by 8 goes 0 times, 5 left over. 8s into 50 go 6 times, 6 8s are 48, 2 left over, 8s into 20 go 2 times, 4 left over, 8s into 40 go 5 times. So now we've got the equivalent decimal of every single fraction. Now it's super easy to put the smallest one first. Which is smallest? 5 8s. We start with that. Next, and then we've done it, so we cross it out. What's the next smallest? 0.75, 3/4. We put that one next. Cross it out, we've done it. What's the next one? 13/16. Done that one. The next one? 7 8. And we finish off with the largest fraction, 29/32. Okay? Yeah? Okay, another way of comparing these fractions in sizeways is to notice that all of the numbers down here, 4, 8, 16, and 8, are all factors of 32. So we could actually simply convert all of these fractions into 32 at the bottom. So how would we get from 8 to 32? From 4 to 32, we would multiply by 8. If we multiply the bottom by 8, we multiply the top by 8. So 8 3s are 24, 24 32s. Multiply the 7 8s by 4. 7 4s are 28 32s. Multiply 16 by 2, giving us 26 32s. 29 32s stays the same. And 20 32s. So now it's really easy to see which is the smallest fraction. It is 20 32s. So that must mean that 5 8s is the smallest. Then we have 24 32s, which must mean that 3/4 is the next smallest. Then we have 28 32s, which must mean, no, we have 26 32s, which must mean that 13 16ths is the next smallest. Then 7 8s, and finally 29 32s. So if you have a number here that is common, that they're all a factor of another number, this method is much faster. The other method works for any different weird combinations that they can put together for you. But this is really good to notice if each of these numbers is a factor of one another. Okay?